Residents of the British Virgin Islands voting for a new government. And in sport, rain delays the start of the third ODI between West Indies and England in Grenada. I'm Ricardo Robertson. This is Caribbean in 10 for Monday, February 25, 2019. I'll be back with the details after the break.
This is unbelievable. Look at this water. It's like you're in the Caribbean. So come to Ipswich, get a hotel, go to the bed and breakfast, go get a roast beef sandwich over Pomodoros. Do what you gotta do, but this is unbelievable. Oh no, wait, we are in the Caribbean. Oh my God, that's a good fish. You got another one? Hey, Stevie the Striper.
With where we're from, we can grab a stalk of sugar cane and get the sugar that we need from that sugar cane through juice or tea or the raw sugar. That's where our sugar source comes from. In the Caribbean and of that region, when we want juice, it's more of a carrot juice or a beet juice, or we're juicing all of that which is wonderful and nutritious from the soil.
More than 9,000 voters are casting ballots today to elect a new government in the British Virgin Islands. Electoral officials say 25 candidates from 4 political parties as well as a lone independent are contesting the election in 9 districts, while 15 candidates will contest the poll as at-large candidates. And a government statement said the Office of the Supervisor of Elections is committed to ensuring fair and clean elections in the British Overseas Territory. Now, Supervisor of Elections Juliet Penn said 1,120 people voted on advance polling day last Thursday, an increase of 234 votes from the last election. Cubans have given their backing to a new constitution that paves the way for modest economic and social reforms, but maintains the one-party socialist system. The new constitution, which citizens voted for yesterday, enshrines private property and promotes foreign investment. It also creates the posts of Prime Minister and Provincial Governor and limits the President to 2 5-year terms. But it does not open the door for Cubans to elect their leader themselves, with the Communist Party remaining the central political force in the country. 8.7 million Cubans were eligible to vote in the referendum, and the National Electoral Commission said more than 7.5 million of them turned out to cast their ballots at more than 24,000 polling stations across the island. The new constitution replaces the one in force since 1976. Over in Antigua and Barbuda now, Harold Lovell easily retained the leadership of the main opposition United Progressive Party, the UPP, less than a year after he unsuccessfully led it into a general election. The former finance minister beat the lone challenger Richard Lewis by a landslide, 245 votes to 63 in yesterday's elections. Now, Lovell thanked supporters for the victory, while Lewis has promised to give full support to the re-elected leader. The party also re-elected incumbent D. Giselle Isaac as its chairman. She brushed aside a challenge from Public Relations Officer Damani Tabor, 237 to 75. The UPP also gave a Lifetime Achievement Award to former Prime Minister Baldwin Spencer. The party was swept out of power by the Gaston Brown-led Antigua and Barbuda Labour Party in 2014 and lost again last year in an early poll in which it got just 1 of the 17 seats in Parliament. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has not yet announced a date for the by-election in the East Portland constituency, where the sitting MP was murdered earlier this month. But his Jamaica Labour Party yesterday rolled out its machinery to canvass support for its candidate in the area, Anne Marie Vaz. Now, speaking at a JLP meeting in Port Antonio, Portland, to mark the beginning of the party's campaign under the theme Action Anne, Vaz declared that her representation is not to fulfill any personal ambition but to serve the people of East Portland. She says she has been working in the constituency for years.
I have nothing to prove to to myself, which is the most important thing, or anything to prove to anybody. This mission is about East Portland and the people of East Portland. Nothing else. The first thing I started to do was clean up this place. Because you cannot ask people to come and invest and come and set up shop in a place that is dirty. So we started to clean from Long Bay straight to Horseshoe Road into the town. We cleaned up the town. We cleaned up the beach.
Meantime, the opposition People's National Party says it will this week decide who will be its candidate when the election is called. Dr. Linvale Bloomfield, her PNP MP who represented the constituency, was stabbed to death in his home. His body was found at his home on February 2nd. And stay with us, your Midday Sport is next. Rain has forced a delay in the start of the third ODI between West Indies and England at the National Cricket Stadium in Grenada. Now, England won the toss and elected to bowl first, but persistent showers have curtailed the scheduled 9:30 start, as you see on screen. Now, the Windies levelled the 5-match series at last Friday at the Kensington Oval after producing a sterling performance with the ball to beat England by 26 runs. Now, in the opening match, England had successfully chased the host side's mammoth total of 360 for 8 to win by 6 wickets. Now, all-rounder Andre Russell has been called up for the third and fourth ODI, or the fourth and fifth ODI rather, which will be played in Grenada on the 27th, and then the fifth and final ODI, the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground in St. Lucia on March 2nd. Now, chairman of the selection panel, Courtney Brown, welcomed Russell back into the team. He indicated that fast bowler Kemar Roach is still out of action with a back injury. Roach will remain in Barbados and will continue his rehabilitation there. Now, 4 batsmen scored half-centuries on the fourth and final day as the 8th round regional 4-day championship match between Leeward Island Hurricanes and Trinidad and Tobago Red Force petered out into a draw. Now, in a high-scoring match, the Hurricanes set their opponents a mammoth total of 352 for victory after declaring their second innings on 315 for 6. Joshua De Silva and Lendell Simmons then posted half-centuries as the Red Force climbed to 236 for 4 before the match was eventually called off. De Silva, who scored 75, and Simmons, who made 59 at a better-than-runner ball, then added another 88 in only 16 overs. And then even when the pair fell in quick succession, the Red Force were never in any danger of losing the match, with the two sides agreeing to a draw shortly after. That's Caribbean in 10. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Good afternoon.